on set. Places, everybody. And action.
All right, it's time once again for the Hooked on Movies podcast. Today, we are going to be reviewing the hilariously funny, depending on how you look at it, heavily offensive comedy, depending on how you look at it, Horrible Bosses. With me is Ted.
Eric, life is a marathon, and you can't win a marathon without putting a few Band-Aids on your nipples.
I say that every day. And Ken.
Strangely enough, lucky for Ted, there's no laws on the books against putting people's toiletries up your ass.
And of course, I'm Eric. Ken, are you kidding me? I've driven all this way and nobody wants to get pissed on.
I think Ken does.
He might.
Yeah, I'd rather be pissed off than pissed on.
Depends on the day. Well, we would like to thank everyone, of course, for listening, our friends at the Dorkening Network and whatever platform you listen to your podcast on.
MySpace.
Thank you. And MySpace, yes. If you're in the year 2003, we appreciate you going back in time
Friendster.
and listening. Jeez. Floppy disk, whatever you listen to, we appreciate
8-track.
it so much. Yeah, the 8-track version of our audio. But the 45s that are coming out, so the classic voice of the podcast. Well, anyone remember the first time they saw this one?
Around
Ken?
COVID, I think.
That
during-
late in the game?
Yeah, I think during the shut-in period, I think there was a lot of movies that I got to watch that I had put off for a while.
My goodness. How about you, Ted?
I'm pretty sure we might have rented this because this would have been almost a year after our daughter was born. So we weren't going to the movies a whole lot then.
This is what, 2011, I believe? I think I probably
Yes.
rented this one as well, too. So I know I did not see it in the theater. So, well, let's talk about the particulars of this one. A star-studded cast.
The Particulars. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Horrible Bosses. Directed by Seth Gordon. It was a screenplay by Michael Markowitz, John Francis Dale, and Jonathan Goldstein. The music, it was scored by Christopher Lennertz. It has a running time of 98 minutes. It was released July 8th, 2011. It had a budget of $37 million. It had a box office gross of $209 million. That's a hit. So, yeah, and on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a critic score of 69% and an audience score of 70%. And on IMDb, it has a rating of 6.9.
Man, that's too low.
So they're all
Yeah.
in agreement.
Yeah, they're all right there, but it's a low
right
number.
there. All right, so Horrible Bosses stars Jason Bateman as Nick Hendricks, Charlie Day as Dale Arbus, Jason Sudeikis as Kurt Buckman, Jennifer Aniston as Dr. Julia Harris, DDS, Colin Farrell as Bobby Pellet, Kevin Spacey as Dave Harkin, Donald Sutherland as Jack Pellet, Jamie Foxx as Dean Motherfucker Jones, and Julie Bowen as Rhonda. And then Wendell Pierce and Ron White star as detectives Hagen and Sampson. Now, the disappointing thing is Wendell Pierce is there. They didn't let him give his signature line. Shit. And Lindsay Sloan as Dale's fiancée, Stacy. Now, Bob Newhart makes a cameo as a sadistic Commandine CEO, Louis Sherman. Brian George voices the navigation system operator, Gregory. And Meghan Markle, the royal herself, has a role in the film as the FedEx girl.
Isn't Marco like excommunicated or something like that? Isn't she been like
No.
tossed? She's not a royal
No,
anymore.
she's not Prince
Nope.
Andrew.
I don't know if they've been excommunicated, but they're on the outs with the royal family.
I thought they had their titles taken.
I don't know.
No, only Prince Andrew's had his stuff taken. He's going to jail forever, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, that's what happens when you go to that special island.
Mm-hmm.
That's it? That's all you have? You didn't put like the waterman guy?
Yeah, right.
No,
The guy who the guy
Likes to
who
piss on people?
that was not
Oh,
part of the
okay.
cast that was listed.
All right. Well, I just
Is he-
expected more.
Is he like Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four?
I don't
Pisser
think
guy,
so. The new one or the old one?
the old one.
It's
with,
not Chris Evans.
Chris
No,
Evans
it's
was
not Chris
Mr.
Evans.
Mr. Chris Evans was the Torch, the
I
guy
don't
who
know.
plays the stretch one.
All
I
right.
think it's the
The
same
actual
guy.
Mr. Fantastic. Okay.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't know.
Let's
Reed
move
Richards.
on.
That's his name.
Well, let's talk about tidbits. It's time for Ken's tidbits. Do. Ken's tidbits.
Colin Farrell went with his original look for the film. No, I'm just kidding. He was heavily involved in the look for his character. He had the comb-over prosthetic stomach were all his idea, and he decided his character would have an obsession with Chinese dragons. And he also took a big part of designing the apartment.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's like where Timu was like originally born.
Right.
Was his apartment. In real life, Bobby's cocaine was made of powdered lactose. To stay in character,
Sure it was.
Colin Farrell would snort it in between scenes.
Crazy.
Alrighty.
Kevin
Rock on, I guess.
Spacey is credited for discovering Colin Farrell and launching his career. He gave Farrell his first American role after seeing him perform in a play. How's that for interesting?
It's interesting.
You think Colin Farrell has helped him out since then? Probably not.
Probably not.
So here are some people that were up for the parts here. Okay, Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, Matthew McConaughey, Dax Shepard, Aston Kutcher, Paul Rudd, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jeff Bridges, Bob Saget, and Tom Cruise.
Okay.
I would
Wow.
assume Jeff Bridges and Bob Saget would have been bosses.
Yeah, he would have been Dave Harkin, and McConaughey would have been considered
Gotcha.
for Dean motherfucking Jones.
Dean motherfucker Jones.
Totally different bar.
Yeah, Kutcher was attached to play the role of Dale. Cruise, Saget, Hoffman, and Bridges were approached for the role of Dave Harkin. Naomi Watts and Sarah Jessica Parker were considered to play Dr. Julia Harris. I would have been interesting to see Sarah Jessica Parker try to do that type of role, but
Considering
Yeah.
she's a horse. Yeah.
Wow.
Um,
Jesus Christ.
a couple football players here decided that they wanted to go ahead and audition for the roles. Warren Sapp and Michael Strahan. Motherfucking Jones, I would imagine.
That'd be my guess. Yeah.
It would probably, yeah.
Or the cop. I could see Michael Strahan be a cop.
True.
So-
Yeah. The Wendell Pierce character.
And Fletcher was the studio's first choice to direct. And also Frank Oz and Brett Ratner were also attached to direct the film at some point. And that's really all I have right now for Ken's tidbits. We'll see what happens while we get into the film of everything. I'm sure Ted's got
There
something. He
was
looks like
one-
he's itching to talk.
There was one cameo that I missed, and that was Tone Loc. He played the bartender.
That was Tone Loc?
Yeah, it was.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Funky Cold Medina.
Cold Medina. I love Tone
That was
Loc.
Tone Loc. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Go from Ace Ventura to Horrible Bosses, I guess.
Can
Go
I ask
from
you
having
a
the number
question?
one song in America for a couple of weeks. That
Doesn't make it right. Doesn't make it right.
Yeah, well, you know.
Could have been worse. Could have been that song, Cause You Say He's Just a Friend. That one's like,
Bismarck.
oh gosh.
Bismarck Key. Yeah.
He just died recently.
Yeah, he did. He
Did
lived
listen to
in
his song?
Chicago too. People always talked about seeing him at the grocery store all the time. They
Sure
said
he
he
was.
was really nice.
Probably shopping for all the bargains since he didn't have a dime to his name.
Bismarck Key, a guy I haven't thought about in a long time.
You and everyone else. So,
All right, Eric, time for the plot.
Plot,
yeah,
plot,
let's
the plot.
talk about the plot. All right, funny plot it is. Nick, Kurt, and Dale are introduced in their respective work environments, each dealing with a terrible boss who makes their lives unbearable. Nick suffers through a grueling morning commute and endures verbal abuse from his boss, Dave Harkin, who constantly dangles a promotion as motivation. Kurt's beloved boss unexpectedly dies, and the boss's cocaine-addicted son, Bobby Bellet, takes over and turns the company upside down. Dale, a dental assistant, is sexually harassed daily by his boss, Dr. Julia Harris, who threatens to tell his fiancé lies if he doesn't submit to her advances. The three friends meet at a bar, vent about their bosses, and jokingly discuss how much better their lives would be if their bosses were dead. The
Dun,
trio
dun,
Dun dun dun. The trio drunkenly decides to hire a hitman. Their search leads them to a bar where they meet Dean motherfucker Jones, who offers to be their murder consultant. Under Jones' advice, the friends stake out each boss's house to find the best opportunity for murder, but each attempt goes comically wrong. Nick and Kurt accidentally break into Harkin's house while Dale enters Pellet's home. Both missions are disastrous, and they narrowly escape being caught. Through a series of misunderstandings, Harkin kills Pellet, believing him to be having an affair with his wife, while the friends watch in shock. The police bring in Nick, Kurt, and Dale for questioning, but they cleverly avoid confessing their involvement in the night's events. Harkin is sent to prison for killing Pellet. Nick is promoted. Kurt gets a new respectful boss, and Dale's fiancée learns the truth about Julia Harris, resulting in justice being served for all three friends. The film wraps up with the trio reflecting on their wild adventures and enjoying their newfound freedom from their horrible bosses. Perfectly worded. All right, so what are the main motivations for each of the characters in their plans against their bosses? I guess we should talk about individually each boss's thing that makes him upset. Let's talk about Nick first. Let's talk about Nick and his boss, Dave Harkin.
Harkin's an asshole.
Well, of course he is.
He is nothing but a dickhead. This guy
no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
There is no redeeming qualities.
There really aren't any redeeming qualities in him at all.
Except he has Julie Bowen as a wife.
Well, yeah, Julie Bowen, right? Who is actually screwing around on him. So
yeah,
he's
funny.
Paranoid about it, but she really is.
Yeah, because hell, how could you not? Yeah, how could you live with that? He's essentially what, in my opinion, he's the Alec Baldwin character from Glengarry Glen Ross, just completely untethered from reality.
Right.
He is so over the top and crazy and an asshole. It's just not even funny. And he just likes to do things just to fuck with Nick. And
especially, yeah.
Does Nick deserve it though?
No. He gets there early. He stays on the weekends.
Yeah, he's a kiss ass. 8 years of kissing his ass. The boss knows he can do whatever he wants. In a way, he's getting what he deserves because he doesn't have a backbone at all.
Wow.
I mean, it's true. I'm not saying that a boss should treat you like that. Nick doesn't deserve a vice president position.
And why couldn't he get another job? I can't understand why any employer would automatically want a letter of recommendation.
He makes it seem like he knows everybody in the industry.
Yes, he does make it seem that way, but
well, plus then you got that friend later on that they meet at the bar that basically wants to give him all these different sexual stuff.
The guy that was in Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
He worked for Lehman Brothers.
Yeah.
That joke is pretty fucking funny, I have to admit.
Yeah, that is a nice little thing to do there.
Yeah, I kill both of the Lehman Brothers.
Out of all the characters in this movie, I don't like Nick.
Really?
Yeah,
wow, that's surprising.
He's a wuss.
Interesting.
He doesn't stand up to his boss. It's 6:02 and he lies about. And he gets into this like little lying.
Okay,
1
now
minute,
we've
2 minute
all
thing. It's like, come on.
We all have done that before. Oh, I was just a minute late.
No,
it's
not
just a saying.
Yeah,
the fact that he's on a time clock like that and no one else probably is the funny thing.
He's the only one there at 6:02. It doesn't even matter. What are you going to do here? I mean, but he's one of those characters like that dreams about killing. They show him beating him up and throwing him out the window in his dream. And I mean, that's so typical of a movie like this to have that kind of dream sequence. Right?
And you are right. He is spineless. I mean,
yeah,
it is evident.
Out of all three, he's the spineless one. Even the one, the dental assistant, at least he tries to stand up, to his boss. But Nick, he's a wuss. And I hate to say this, that's Jason Bateman's MO character.
Oh, of course it is.
Every single movie that he's in. Office Christmas Party, he's the guy who doesn't take chances. Every movie I've seen him in, he plays the exact same character.
You need to see the movie The Gift.
I don't think I've seen The Gift.
I never even heard of The Gift.
You need to see that movie.
Is he a killer in that one?
He's a completely different character in that movie.
One exception, Dodgeball. Fucking A, Con. Fucking
F&A Cotton.
F&A.
F&A.
Love dodgeball with him. And that part is great. But most of his characters are these type of characters where they work hard, long hours, trying to become the big boss, or get a promotion or whatever the case may be, but don't have the guts to kind of like really go for it until the end of the movie.
Well, Dale likes exactly where he is. He doesn't want a promotion. He loves his job. He loves exactly what he's doing. He just doesn't want to be harassed.
Dale doesn't have anywhere else to go. He's a sexual
deviant.
Predator.
Sexual predator because he whacked
My
off
God,
in a
so
playground
funny.
at midnight without any kids around.
I don't think
'Cause it's
he
next to
whacked
a
off.
bar.
I think he
He didn't
peed.
whack off. He just
He
took
Oh,
peed.
he just
a
took a
leak.
pee. Just took a leak. He whacked off.
He just took a leak, and
He was at a bar. He
I mean,
whacked off. Come on.
What
Yeah.
world are
He
you
just came
living
from a
in?
bar.
you're
Well, he just came from a
changing the
bar.
plot of this movie. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well.
He just urinated. Unfortunately,
He just
It was
took
in,
a leak
he
in a
kid
did.
ground. So.
I wonder
People
who
have
was
done
watching
much
him to
worse.
like call him out on that.
Yeah,
when he was
exactly
peeing.
right.
How long does it take you to pee and then the cops show up? So Dale's got some issues.
Does he?
Again,
Do you like
another
anybody
guy-
in this movie, Ken?
love Jason Sudeikis.
And we'll get to Jason Sudeikis.
Well, Charlie Day is basically the same character that he is in every movie too,
Every move Charlie Day is yes.
Yeah.
It's,
which is not bad. I like Charlie Day in general. So
unless you don't like Charlie Day.
And he's awesome
cool.
in across from Ice Cube in that teacher movie that they did together. Fist
that
Fight,
movie
I want to
kind of
say.
sucked. You really like that movie?
Yeah, I think it's funny.
I guess he's
Makes me
okay.
look- makes me
Charlie
laugh.
Day's okay in it, but yeah, that's
Ice Cube, because
I
he just
don't know about that.
he basically plays Ice Cube. It's awesome.
I guess so.
Okay,
I don't think
whatever.
Eric's ever seen it.
Obviously, you don't like
I
any
know the
movies
movie
tonight,
you're talking
so that's
about,
great.
but I haven't seen it. But I know the one you're talking about.
I'm sure if I looked at IMDb, it's not rated very high.
It's probably in the
not.
20s.
I don't give a shit.
But
It made
that's
me
all right.
laugh. It still makes me laugh.
That's all that
It's-
matters. Well, let's go a little bit more about Dale. So Dale's our dental assistant who is, for whatever reason, being sexually harassed by Jennifer Aniston.
Because she knows she can do it. It's a power thing for her.
Total power play.
She doesn't
Yes.
necessarily want to fuck him. She just knows that she just loves and gets off on the fact that she has the power over him.
She does. She wants to fuck everything that moves.
Yeah, but she gets off on the fact that she has the power over him.
Well, yeah, she gets off on that. Again, I mean, she also sleeps with Kurt
Dale.
later on.
Yeah, or Kurt, yeah.
Yeah, she sleeps with Kurt later on. And who knows how many times she's done things with the patients.
Wow. While they're under gas, yeah.
Yes,
possibly.
yes.
I mean,
You
just
know
the
I
fact,
like to fool around.
just the fact
Right.
that she doesn't get her, like everybody gets almost what they deserve at the end, but she really doesn't.
No, she doesn't.
If anybody should be going to jail, it's probably her. Before Kevin Spacey shoots Colin, they really haven't done anything illegal up to this point. Well,
No.
Colin's doing blow.
Well, he's doing
massive
he's
amount
doing
of cocaine.
he's doing a Colombian's dream amount of blow.
But Kevin Spacey doesn't deserve to go to jail. So if anybody really deserves to go to jail of all this, it's Jennifer Aniston's character.
Yeah.
Out of all these characters.
She's a predator.
But she's played
that
off.
way.
But she's played off as being like the other guys are like, you don't really have a problem.
Exactly.
Well, wouldn't that
Every
be
time
what
he
a guy would
talks
tell
about
another
him at
guy?
the bar.
That would be what another guy would tell another guy, especially if you're friends.
Exactly.
You're like, get the fuck over
You're
it,
like,
dude.
what? Yeah.
You're not married.
It's almost weird that Charlie Day doesn't want to fuck her. But he's
Yeah, 'cause
devoted,
every
to,
other
his,
character
he's
that
devoted to
Charlie
his
Day has
fiance.
done, every other Charlie Day's character, especially the ones in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, he would have slept with her
Probably, yeah.
that first week. I like Charlie Day, so I mean, I think he is somebody that either you like or don't like, and if you like him, you'll like him in this movie. If you don't
Now,
care for
it's
him,
funny.
then you're not.
My wife hates him.
Really?
Hates him. But did find him funny in this movie.
Well, there you go.
She
Same
enjoyed
guy.
this movie a lot. I know that.
Oh, I
It
did
is the
like when he
same
got-
guy.
I did like when he got all messed up with the coke and stuff like that, and wanted to start cleaning. And
That's
you know,
one of
Yeah.
the funniest scenes in the movie.
And then he's in the car, and he's like paranoid and hits him
Yeah.
while he's driving. And you gotta love the fact that he saves Kevin Spacey's character. with the EpiPen.
You're
Just
right.
keeps
He
stabbing him
realizes
with the
it later. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
It comes off as her being like the least threatening, but actually out of all these three characters, she's the most threatening of
the
the
most
bad
illegal.
bosses. Well, she's the one that's actually doing things like illegal to other people. The other two are not. They're just being complete assholes, right?
Right.
So, but she is actually doing illegal shit.
So talking about now Kurt and the Pellet family, Kurt obviously loves his job and loved his prior boss, and then Bobby Jr. takes over there. Oh my goodness. I couldn't believe he's actually working there. That was the funny thing too.
Yeah, this is insanity. But I have to say, one of the things that makes me laugh the hardest is when he calls him into the office and he's like, you got to fire somebody. He goes, you got to fire Large Marge. And then he goes, you
With
got
the
to
triple.
fire Professor Xavier.
Xavier, yeah. In his
He
special
creeps me
chair.
out.
Yeah. Riding around his special chair.
Oh my God, that is so
Yes.
so hilarious. It's just
And of course at the end, Marge isn't pregnant.
right.
Yeah.
Marge isn't pregnant, and Jason Sudeikis, now he's in trouble with Marge. so
Right.
that's so
I
funny.
liked
Colin Farrell.
no, Sutherland's role. I liked the
Oh, yeah.
little
Well,
role he played in it. I thought he did a good job.
Very little.
It was very
It was
little,
very
yes.
short.
It was very short.
I mean, the fact that he died of a heart attack, I would rather just been a car crash or something like that. Just because he was like, no, you be safe, and then, gets nailed. But they say it's because of a heart attack. I mean, it's fine. I mean, but I do like Kurt, though. For me, it's now that we have Ted Lasso, that's all I can see.
So you're just putting a mustache on him and an accent.
Basically, he's now forever branded as Ted Lasso. No matter
Yeah,
what he
I
does.
just see Jason Sudeikis in his SNL roles.
Yeah, those two.
All the
It's-
SNL characters he play.
But Ted Lasso is always going to be the character that hangs over him forever.
They're coming up. They're
Yeah.
doing another season, aren't they?
Yeah, they're
Season
supposed
4.
to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Supposed to
It'll be
take place
interesting
in
to
the
see
States.
how they rectify that.
Ooh, are they coming back to Oklahoma?
Yeah, supposedly the people from England come out here, and
Interesting.
which maybe that's a good way of doing it because you're playing the fish out of water for 3 seasons. Might as well bring them over here as fish out of water.
Be fish out of
So,
water, yeah.
Great show. Really, really enjoyed it. Here, of course, he's the opposite of Ted Lasso. I mean, he is trying to hit on every woman that he knows. The FedEx girl.
Yeah, and the Hooters waitress.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, every woman that was hot, he's hitting on or sleeping with. He sleeps with two ladies in this movie.
Yeah, he does.
Granted, they're very hot, Jennifer Aniston and what's her name?
Harkin's wife.
Oh, Bowen, Dewey Bowen. Yeah.
Joey Bowen.
Yeah,
Yes.
Joey Bowen.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do the personalities of the bosses impact the lives of their employees? We know they make their lives a living hell, but
Yeah, they make him miserable. Each in a different way. You have a sadistic boss that treats Kurt just abuses him just because he knows he can.
but they're all power trips.
Yeah, it's all power trip. Except for Colin Farrell's character. I think he's just off his nut because he's so coked up all the time.
Well, he wants to use that company as like an ATM.
Right.
Think I care
He
about
wants to
Bolivians getting cancer?
Who wants to bleed the company to death?
Right.
Oh, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. I think each character in a different role might have been able to handle it better.
Like, what do you mean?
I think like Kurt, having to deal with, Nick's boss instead. I think Kurt has that backbone. I think he's got more of a backbone than Nick does. So he might be able to
He
handle
probably
it
wouldn't be
better.
employed there then very long.
Probably wouldn't be. And of course, Kurt could be a dental assistant and he would be okay with that. That would be part of his French benefits.
Well, he'd love it there.
I don't
So
think the only thing maybe Nick couldn't work. Well, Nick would kiss Bobby's ass, so maybe he would do better there. I don't know.
But there's really no chance for promotion at Pellet Chemicals if Bobby's
Not
running
really.
the place. So he's looking for a promotion. He wants to work his way up the ladder. That's his whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, but being number 2 at a company like that might, Kurt loved it. Kurt would have rather not had his boss died and just be number 2. It would have been great if all 3 of them started with jobs that they loved and then all of a sudden hated him for those type of changes, right? That's probably why I don't kind of like Nick's character so much. Like if he had, let's say he had Bob Newhart's character at the beginning, and Bob Newhart had died and ended up getting Kevin Spacey, then I could understand, right? You get promised a promotion from the Bob Newhart character, and now he's gone, and now you have to deal with.
Well,
I think
Newhart would have killed the other individual or something. I mean,
that is funny
Newhart
a little bit.
with the guy in the trunk. I mean, yes,
I'm sorry, my
Newhart's
coffee
very
was
nice
not
to
right.
you.
It sounds like
Yeah.
it was his assistant or something like that, because it sounded like
I think
he,
it was, or the guy at the
spelled
coffee shop,
coffee
one or the other.
Or he worked for Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, or he was an intern maybe, and that's why the coffee was cold or something
I'm
like that. I
hungry.
don't know.
This will be our little secret now. That's one of Bob Newhart's final roles, or
No, he stuck around for a while.
No, he stuck
Yeah.
around for a little while longer.
well, that's
Yeah.
right. He did
Yeah, because he was on Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Yeah.
Yeah, was really good friends with Don Rickles, right?
Newhart,
Oh, yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Newhart did stuff in Vegas. That subtle,
Mhm.
subtle comedic approach.
And as far as anybody could say, Rickles was actually really a sweetheart of a guy. So
Was.
real
Oh,
life.
no, Don Rickles is the best. Don Rickles is the best.
Ken
So-
doesn't like him, though. Ken
don't like
hates
Don
everybody
Rickles?
tonight.
I don't like him in Casino.
Ken hates
That's
everybody
about
tonight.
it, though.
One of
Welcome to
my
Hooked on-
favorite
Hooked on
CDs
Ken
of all
Hates
time.
Everybody.
If you can read that. Don
Yeah.
Rickles, Hello Dummy. Hello Dummy.
He's
I like
one
it
of the
best
best
when I get to
insult
watch
comics ever.
the celebrity roast, the Dean Martin ones.
Mm.
when
Yeah.
he's doing those. Yeah,
All right. So back to the questions. Do you think the characters' actions are justified given their circumstances? Why or why not? And no, you can't say murder is wrong in any instance.
yeah. Murder is wrong in pretty much any instance, but
Pretty much
is it-
any.
unless somebody is being like murdered themselves, like if their boss is like actually killing people, I don't see how you can justify murder, especially like with Charlie Day's character. He's more worried about how she's treating him than how she's treating her patients. If he was more worried about how she was treating the patients, maybe that's a little bit different. But he doesn't care about the patients. He just cares about his relationship with his fiance.
Well, he does say,
Well,
though,
I mean,
he does say a couple of different times, yeah, you shouldn't do that to the patients. That's a lot of gas.
Yeah, but it's not like
that's a lot of gas.
It's not like he's really being hard on her for it. He just takes more of a stance against the way that she treats him than how she's,
But
raping these poor little.
She's knowingly making his life miserable.
I mean, he could find a low-paying job that doesn't have to be a dental assistant, regardless if he's a sexual predator or not. Or
I would have liked to
It's not
seen
a
like a flashback of when each of these guys got hired. Like a
A
quick
flashback
flashback.
flashback of when he's in the park peeing.
Yeah, you could do that,
Yeah.
or maybe go into the interview of, going over the resume, Harkin. I mean, obviously, at one point, Harkin had to be nice to hire him.
It was probably not Harkin's original hire. He probably didn't hire any of them.
Oh, you're right. Harkin probably worked his way up, too. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Who
I mean,
knows?
nobody in that location likes him at all.
Doesn't like Nick?
No, it doesn't like Harkin. Nobody likes Harkin.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he treats everybody like garbage.
But it would be nice if there was one character that even Harkin had a kiss ass to. I just like it when movies do that.
Like Newhart.
Well, then wouldn't
Newhart.
it just be horrible boss?
Well, the thing is, I mean, what makes people usually horrible is the fact that they're insecure. And there's always somebody that can put them in their place.
So you're saying like the big bully, Harkin, the big bully, would
Yeah,
have someone that he would like snivel up to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That he would kiss ass to, yeah. Like, take credit for, like,
Doesn't that change the dynamic and then we start to have sympathy for him?
no, there's no sympathy there because he's still just a pure asshole anyway. So,
You're
a bully's always a
you're
bully.
walking a fine line there as far as the plot of the movie goes. Because
well, it's a
in some
comedy.
people,
It's not anything serious.
and some people would see that and have sympathy for him, that so he's just basically it's shit runs downhill type of a thing, and he's victim of circumstance. Whereas as he stands right now, he's just a complete dickhead, and he's just consumed by being an asshole.
And he probably has been since day one.
Right.
Well, you look at Dabney Coleman's character in 9 to 5, right?
That dickhead.
A dickhead, but a sniveling dickhead that sniffles up to the bigger boss.
That's true.
Doesn't change his character of being a dickhead, as you just called him.
Colonel Sanders' character.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Colonel Sanders character.
Because you always have to kiss some ass to get up that ladder. You can't tell me he got all the way up the ladder by bullying even the people that were above him. It just doesn't happen that way. You have to kiss some ass to go up.
Gotta kiss some ass. Whose ass will I kiss? We agree that killing your boss bad. Is that a good precedent?
You know what though? Who hasn't fascinated about having their boss that treats them like crap, come upon a quote unquote accident?
I'm going to be honest with
did.
you. I've never had. No, I never have, because
I did.
you know what? If I got to that point, I left.
Yeah, when I worked at the bank, the branch manager that took over for the one that hired me and that I really liked, she treated me like crap. And yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, I hope you get into an accident on your way home.
No.
Yeah, I did.
Never want anything bad outside of maybe them getting fired. That's it.
But at that point, within a working environment, I mean, obviously, I'm not in Nick's position, who feels like he can't quit.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, 2 of the 3 guys feel like they can't quit.
And I've had some bad bosses,
but not horrible bosses.
But not somebody that, I would wish like ill will towards. I would hope they quit or move, go to another department, just not be my boss, right? And I had to apply out for a position one time just to get away from a boss. They were just no good.
And it worked.
So, and now you see the successful person that I am today.
Moving on, Mr. Successful. How does the film reflect or exaggerate real-life workplace dynamics?
It's all over exaggerated. And it's supposed to be. It's part of what makes it funny.
Yes. For example.
Because Harkin would never be allowed to get away with what he gets away with.
Of course not.
I mean,
no.
Nobody's going to be that sadistic and evil and keep their job. And
or not be reported to an HR or sued.
Definitely, yeah.
Yes, it's exaggerated.
Every single person in that office would have went to HR about him.
He's a president and vice president
of sales.
That's not of sales.
Yeah.
But
if his area is doing really well, people look the other way. You can go
to Fortune 500 companies where the CEO had to step down for being a dick.
Many a time, actually. Yes.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, but there are also other companies that those dicks stick around for a very, very long time.
Okay.
It all depends on who you know, Ted. First of all, it's a comedy. We don't know the infrastructure. We don't know who's above him. You even just told me that there can't be anybody that's bigger than him or, bigger than
I said nobody could be as big a dick as him and still keep their
what
job.
You said was that there couldn't be somebody that he would be afraid of. There's always going to be somebody that's, as you get higher and higher up that's maybe even worse than the person that you're dealing with. HR can only do so much. Depends on the company and how the company values. HR is only good as the company's investment in HR. Let's be honest with that, right? And like my job, I think they do a great job with keeping everybody like safe and, in the workplace and stuff. But there's legitimate places where you don't have much of an HR department. It's your word against theirs.
Sure.
Not every company has a great HR department.
All right, moving on. What alternative solutions could the characters have tried instead of their extreme plans? Yeah, quit. Yeah, exactly. That's the alternative. Quit. I don't think in any of their instances there was nothing they could do.
Especially Charlie Day's character. I mean, out of all the jobs, he's the one, he's getting paid a low income job to begin with. You can't tell me he can't find another low income job. I mean, I understand the sexual predator thing, but
he's not going to get a job at Chuck E. Cheese.
That's true. Or a playground attendant.
I don't know. But back to the other question, too. As far as the bosses acting a certain way, there's no way in hell that Jennifer Aniston's character would have been able to get away with what she got away with. It's
walking around half naked and
too over the top.
Who's stopping
all over.
Yeah, but the thing is, who knows? Besides Charlie, who isn't saying anything, who else knows?
But
she's her own boss.
You can still bring a lawsuit against her.
Who is bringing up these lawsuits?
He would.
He doesn't. He's a pussy. But I'm saying
he's over a barrel.
You just said you said this character wouldn't be able to do all this. You're only pulling out the one guy and that's my problem with this character, is the fact that he cares more about his relationship with his fiance than about the patients, right? He doesn't care about them enough. But I'm just saying, outside of him, nobody knows. They're sedated, and she's her own boss.
Is that a two-person operation? Does she have other dental hygienists or other dentists?
We didn't see either in the
movie. I didn't see any, yeah.
So we're not sure. But I think, she's got even a buzzard for her own office that locks people in and out.
I love it.
Or does she just lock him in and out?
She did.
She did?
Hmm?
She did. She locked him in her office when she was naked. Well, not totally naked, as she says. What, can you see my pussy?
Am I naked? Yes.
Am I naked? Technically, no.
But as far as alternative things, yeah, quit is the obvious thing here. But we get the fact that their friend worked for Lehman Brothers, lost his job, and now he's giving out hand jobs for $40 in the bathroom.
So now they're like really scared, yeah.
So they kind of make a joke about the economy in 2011. So that the economy at that point, unemployment was extremely high. They're making, in that sense, when they realize that they can't quit, they're making a joke as satire in the fact that the economy sucks and nobody can get hired in 2011.
That makes sense. One thing that Jason Bateman's character could probably do is just not get there at 6 o'clock in the morning anymore. Because let's be honest, they need him just as much as he needs them.
He's Kevin purposely throwing all that work at him.
And
Kevin Spacey ain't going to be able to do all that work.
And he's probably the only one that can't quit because of the fact that he's in the financial side of things. And the guy who their friend is actually, he worked on the financial side of things too. So he's probably conceivably the only one who can't quit.
But he's probably the only one that really can't get fired either, because he's probably the one that makes the numbers work. So Kevin Spacey needs him too. And
Kevin Spacey needs to have somebody to treat like shit all the time.
And now that you don't have the promotion in front of you, what's the point of coming in at 6 o'clock? He's not going to fire you if you're still productive, right?
Right.
He's just
going to take credit for all your work,
which he's going to do anyway. So I think the only other thing he does is just try to work a normal job now. Instead of kissing butt and working extra hours, he just doesn't work as hard. That might be the other alternative to his situation. He probably has the most easier situation to deal with, to be honest, in my opinion, because of the fact that, he's not going to get promoted, but it seems like he does well enough, financially well enough, from what I can see, how they pay for things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, what are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
Yeah. But I think him out of all three has that. All he has to do is just to now show up for his job and just do whatever he's supposed to do. Whereas the other two, one's going to be sexually harassed until he gives it up. And then once he gives it up, who isn't to say that she doesn't fire him after that, right? And look for another assistant.
True, because it is a power trip. So
it is a possibility.
And Kurt's situation is just the guy is going to eventually bankrupt the company. Yeah.
Right.
So actually, out of all of them, I think the character has the least amount of worry in this situation.
His is just a morality side, because he respected Pellet Sr.,
his dad,
that he did not want to see his name, to see this company just destroyed.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting, because his character is kind of a little bit of a douche when it comes to women.
He's a playboy. Yeah, he's a playboy.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a player, a little bit of a user, one and done. He's not looking for a relationship. He's doing it with married women.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Yeah,
he is.
So
he don't care.
Really, when it comes to sexual stuff, he doesn't have any morals, which is why, he's perfect for the dentist.
Yes. All right. Moving on, what character did you relate to the most and why? Not what character did you like, what character did you relate to the most? Two different ones.
That's a interesting question.
It doesn't have to be one of the top three.
Motherfucker Jones. No, I'm just
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Um,
All right. Yeah. Let's go with that.
No, it's Nick. I hate to say it. It's putting those extra hours when you were younger and trying to like prove yourself to your boss, and it's the work ethic that Nick does that I can relate to. Coming in early, trying to like make an impression. So out of all the characters in this movie, I think I relate to Nick the most.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have to agree. The boss that I didn't like at the bank, I came in, my ex-wife's relatives died, and I was supposed to go to the funeral on a Saturday, and she called me and told me I had to come in. And I told her I was going to a funeral, and she's told me on the phone, I don't care, you need to come in, or you're fired. So yeah, I had animosity towards her.
That's Harkin style there.
She was not a nice person. And then didn't give me any credit. I mean, they paid me, of course, but gave me no credit for abandoning Michelle and her family to go to work at the bank. So it's probably Nick, because I did it. I didn't stand up to her and say no.
What did Nick call his grandma?
Gam Gam.
Gam Gam.
And then you got Kevin Spacey laughing at it.
Yes.
Call your grandma Gam Gam.
I'm sorry you call
Yeah.
your grandmother Gam Gam. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go with the trifecta. I'd have to relate to Nick as well, too, because I have a tendency to work a lot of hours, as we all know. And I'm definitely not Charlie Day's character, and I'm definitely not Kurt in this one. So, yeah, I would say I am Nick Hendricks.
I know Kurt's. I know people like Kurt.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know any Dales.
No.
That's a
No.
tough character to find.
Yeah, that's something.
Of the three main characters, Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis, which one was your favorite and why?
It's close between Charlie Day and Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
I think Jason Sudeikis I like a little bit more just because maybe because of his dedication to his boss and even though he's a womanizer and stuff like that, out of the three guys, he just seems to be a little bit more well-rounded. He has confidence in himself. There's just something about that character that I tend to like a little bit more, except when he tries to sell out his friends at the end there when they're in the police station.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
What were you doing there? What you were doing at his house?
Right.
Yeah.
I'd have to choose Charlie Day's character just because he makes me laugh the most in the movie.
Okay.
The shit that he does is just it's funny. I mean, I love that he's playing Angry Birds and tosses that wrapper out the window, and that's what sends Harkonnen into an anaphylactic shock. It's just the little stupid shit that he does. But I kind of like that in this type of comedic movie. I like that character. He's kind of a goof. He's not self-aware, and that's kind of makes it a little bit funny.
Like when he tries to hire a hitman,
Right.
he gets a guy that wants to pee
Exactly.
on men.
I mean, that's so fucking hilarious. I mean,
His
$200.
rationale for it is just
Right.
like
it's trying to explain
$200
it
to
away.
pee on three men. Just know the
Yeah.
price on that. So we're three
Yeah.
guys here. Just saying, $200 right there.
And just the way he tries to rationalize it all. And then, of course, him and Jason Bateman are the ones that get inundated with the cocaine, too. Jason Bateman had to go take a shit, and then Charlie Day starts doing push-ups.
Yeah,
I gotta get fit.
Well, that's the thing. I would have loved to see Jason Bateman's character go a little, coke crazy a little bit there. That would have been fun, but his character really doesn't. He kind of just keeps level-headed still, even after all that.
He comes down faster than Charlie Day's character does, that's for sure.
yes,
That's
he
for
does.
sure.
He should be hitting the driver.
Again, by far, he's my least favorite character. I mean, he's the least enjoyable one. He's just, I think he's just too dry for me.
Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Now, for me, it is. I like all three. Obviously, they each have their strong points, but it's between Sudeikis and Bateman, and I'll tell you why. So, I like Bateman's dry wit, sarcastic humor.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sudeikis kind of amps it up with his sarcastic, dry wit humor. But you put them together, and it's a combo. I mean, and then Charlie Day just plays like a bumbling idiot, and he does it so well. And they just keep, attacking him, going back and forth, and it's hysterical. But overall, for those three, Jason Sudeikis edges out as my favorite character, just based on his sarcastic wit and his confidence. I think he makes the movie for me.
I think his wit is a little bit more tongue-in-cheek a little bit. I mean, there's kind of like a smirk, a smile, a look that he gives when he says these type of things.
Oh, yeah.
Jason Bateman's kind of deadpan, right?
Yeah,
When he
that's
does,
exactly it. Yes.
yeah. And I guess it depends on what you like on that. And for me, I would have rather seen somebody else in this particular, like a Paul Rudd. be in that
No, I
particular-
think Bateman. I love Bateman in this. I think it's perfect. These three guys work off each other perfectly. They
Yeah, it's
build
not-
off each other.
just not a Jason Bateman guy. But outside
Okay.
of, like I said, Dodgeball, Little House on the Prairie. But anyway, just kidding about Little House on the Prairie.
Couples Retreat. Do you see him in Couples Retreat?
Couples
Yeah, but he
Retreat,
was my least favorite character in Couples Retreat too.
Extract. I liked him in the Extract too.
Extract was disappointing. I expected so much more
Really?
from that movie. Yeah,
Makes me laugh.
I really did.
Game Night, he's kind of the same kind of guy.
Game Night was a
Uh,
little weird. Yeah.
For me, he's the poor man's Michael J. Fox because of Teen Wolf 2. And that's kind of how I look at him throughout his whole career, is he's kind of like a notch below the
He's-
comic actors of this generation. Of that
For
generation, I
me,
should say.
he's always going to be Michael Bluth in Arrested Development.
I would say that's where I like him probably the most, outside of Dodgeball.
Yeah.
I like him in Arrested Development. His character fits that because of all the craziness around him.
Yes.
Right.
He has to play the normal one in that group, the sensible one.
Yeah, he's the
Where-
straight man. Yeah.
Whereas
Surrounded
I
by a
think
bunch of
he's-
wackos.
And I think that's what he tries to be here in this movie too.
Yeah,
He's
he
trying
does.
to be this.
No, you're
He
right.
tries to be the sensible one all the time, right? So,
He does, and that is his character, and you're right. Most of the time, that's what he plays.
but sometimes it just doesn't work as well in other comedies than it does in Arrested Development. So he's basically typecast.
So, of the three bosses, which one is your favorite one?
Well, the one I want to be with is
Jennifer
Not
Aniston,
sexually. Not
without even
sexually.
come on
Okay.
now. Let's
Okay.
keep it 100.
That's
But
a
if we're
given.
talking about acting and just just
The
how,
character and the role. Yes.
all three of
Yeah,
them
Jennifer-
really do a really good job of what their character's supposed to be.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
further, he's really funny
He's
I mean, as a
hysterical.
He is.
as
he
a
is.
cokehead.
He's just
I have
totally
to
out
remind
of
myself
control.
that it's Colin Farrell.
I know,
Yeah,
right? He
Colin
did a
Farrell
great
is-
job on that one.
I think with him, it's like it reminds me of when Tom Cruise, and Tropic
Yes.
Thunder, when he went bald headed, because Colin is usually the good looking,
Yeah.
He's the
yeah.
Good-looking
he's the
guy,
handsome
right?
guy. Yeah.
All three of them kind of just became the character they were. I mean,
Yeah.
but Kevin Spacey's great at being a dick. Let's be honest.
He
he
is.
was probably
Yeah.
playing himself in this movie. But
House of Cards. Look at House of Cards.
Exactly. This was House
Yeah.
of Cards. Yeah.
and Jennifer Aniston, I mean, it was so against her, especially at that time, against
Type.
her type. She had not played anything like this. She's usually the girl next
What
door.
was had the movie that she was nominated for an Academy Award come out at that time? Where
She
she
was
played the
nominated for
grocery
Academy
store
Award?
clerk? I'm pretty sure she did. She got a lot of award stuff for the one movie. It was a low budget movie that was probably put out by Miramax.
Was that like a murder movie kind of? It's like killing
I
her
think
husband.
so. Where she played a grocery store clerk.
I'm
and-
drawing a
and
blank.
stuff. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank too. I forget it.
She's very good in the morning show.
I like her in a
I
lot
used-
of things that she does. I think that's what makes this movie great. Is all six of these actors they play really well. Even if the script can be a little thin at times, they come and they bring all six of them bring their A game to this.
They do. They
So-
do.
I just looked up Jennifer Aniston had never been nominated for an Oscar.
Was it Good Girl?
There was Good Girl in 2002,
I want to say it's Good Girl.
and then it was
She
Cake
got-
in 2014.
She got nominated. She got Golden Globe, but that was for TV. She was nominated for Cake and The Morning Show. She got nominated for an Independent Spirit Award for The Good Girl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
We got Emmy Awards, Screen Actors Guild nominated for Cake.
She's
I
done a lot of
remember-
movies with Jason Bateman. Switch,
Yeah.
Yeah, The
Office
Switch.
Space. Yeah, The Horrible
Yeah, The
Bosses.
Switch.
She
Jason
was in
Bateman
Christmas.
wasn't in Office Space.
No, did I say Office Space? I'm sorry. I meant
Yeah,
Office Christmas
yeah.
Party.
Office Christmas Party, yeah.
She was the sister of the coke addict boss. His coke addict
PC
boss.
Lowletter. I remember because back when that Good Girl, there was big talk about her possibly getting nominated for an Academy Award for that.
Maybe so.
I remember that. All right, we need to talk about Motherfucker Jones.
Well, that leads to my next question is, of the characters that are not the bosses, are not the employees, what are your favorite character?
Motherfucker Jones, yo.
Is it?
Jamie Foxx is freaking hilarious here.
He is very funny.
I mean, come on.
It's really the only other character of note.
Well, there's the
really
P
no
guy.
other movies. There's the P guy.
There is the P
Yeah.
guy, of course.
Motherfucker Jones is great. I love the fact that his name is Motherfucker Jones. And that's a hilarious scene because he knows what he's doing, telling the story as he's telling it. And the three of their reactions is perfect. It's straight on comedy. And Jamie Foxx has this way of just playing something like that just straight enough to get the reaction that he needs. And it's gold.
He is really good in this. He's really good.
I love that he won't give the briefcase back.
Of course, it's a briefcase with like just a stack of money. It's
Right.
basically empty, but a stack of money.
They paid like what, $40 for or something. He's like,
I love the fact that he's in there for 10 years for video piracy.
Pirating movies.
video piracy, yes.
10 years.
You mean, what do you
They take
mean
that
you
shit-
didn't kill
They
anybody?
take that shit seriously. It would have been funnier if he said it was a Disney film or something like that. So, because Disney is the one that really
No.
goes after you.
The fact that it's the movie that's the movie he got caught for
Right.
is classic. It's because it's like the movie that nobody else ever would have
The
pirated.
whitest movie ever, practically. It's like,
Right.
what?
Exactly. It's pretty funny. What do you mean you didn't kill anybody?
Yeah. Never said I killed anyone.
I like it that they're talking to what's the guy's name on the Navigator that helps
Arnon.
them
Brian
find,
George's
Arnon.
character, yeah, George.
and they're like asking him like find us like the most like dangerous place, and he finds like this is the place with the most carjacks.
Part yes.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that for a minute. A 2010 or 2011 Volkswagen with that kind of navigation system in it.
It was
I
a
don't
Prius,
think so.
wasn't it?
No, they were driving when it was a Volkswagen.
a
They were driving
Volkswagen?
at the time.
But they were
Yeah.
paying $20.
He wouldn't have been able to shut the
that.
car off like he did. Wasn't that the Chevy thing that was supposedly
yes,
the wave of
but the
future?
Chevy Star didn't have a touch screen that you were able
Right,
to talk
no.
to with a live person while you
Because
were
Chevy
driving.
sucks.
So that was a little exaggerated itself too. You still can't do that. There's no
But it
live
is still pretty
OnStar.
funny.
It's very funny. I think it's hysterical. He's got,
I thought with
The-
OnStar they could shut the car off.
Yeah, I thought so too.
no, they can.
Okay.
Well, maybe they're making fun of OnStar at that time.
I'm sure they are making fun of an
This would've
OnStar
been-
kind of thing.
This would have been the very close to the beginning of OnStar, probably.
OnStar's been around for a couple decades. It's just evolved into a little bit more. I don't know if they can turn the car off. They might be able to. I'm not 100%
I thought
sure.
they could.
Like if it's stolen.
I think that was one of the big
Oh,
the big
they
calling
said
cards that you could do if you signed up for it.
in a case of an illegal activity, they can
They shut it off.
shut down the
Mhm.
car. Yeah,
Well,
and
since-
he's so polite about it too.
yes. Oh,
I know,
I'm
right?
sorry, sir.
It's hilarious. Brian George is really good. He's one of those character actors that always flies under the radar whenever he does something.
He was in my goodness,
He's been in
40-year-old
a lot of
version.
stuff.
Very funny
Yeah.
in 40-year-old version. Yes. How's this film comment on the power dynamics between employers and employees? Power dynamics. Come on.
I think based on the kind of jobs that they had, it's almost like the higher you're up that you are, the more somebody might have more power over you. I feel like, jobs that are entry level jobs, there's power dynamic there, but you could leave those type of jobs and go somewhere else, right?
You're more
Like when
likely to quit a minimum wage job than a
Exactly.
established job.
Right.
When you get to like that mid-management job,
Yes.
that's where I think the power play, from people higher up can come into play even more so, because you're career-minded individual, right? At that particular time, this is your chosen profession, your career, and your career is in the hands of somebody just right above you, right? I think the Kevin Spacey one is the most realistic out of the three, right? I mean,
Probably.
how often does a cokehead son get,
Well-
inherit a company? Most people are not going to like give their companies to their kids if they're going to like.
Well, look at the Oberweises.
But they're still in business and they're still doing it.
Are they?
Yeah.
But they're not owned. They're not family owned anymore, are they?
I think
I
they
don't
filed
know.
for
Are they?
bankruptcy,
Political
if memory serves
aspirations
me.
of that idiot.
Yeah. Oh, Jim Oberweis. I think they
Yeah, he's a
Well, did
I think he's
he get the
he's
company
running
from
for
somebody else?
bankruptcy next.
Is he a son of the original owner? Is
Yes,
that what
I
happened?
believe so.
Yeah.
Son
Yeah.
or grandson.
But again, is he a cokehead though?
Probably.
No.
I mean,
I think they all play to this, your favorite thing, which is the stereotype. Harkin is that crazy guy he is that character from Glengarry Glen Ross turned up to 14, is completely over the top and brutal.
Mhm.
And then you have a stereotype of the reversed sexual things with Jennifer Aniston and Charlie Day. So the roles are reversed, kind of like in the
Mhm.
movie. And the movie was not good. The book is okay. Disclosure by Michael Crichton. And
You
then
didn't like the
yeah,
movie,
you have
huh?
I love the movie.
yeah.
Give me some Demi
I'm
Moore
sure you
any
do.
day.
I know Michael Crichton. I get it.
But then you have the cokehead son, and I think that's a lot more common than what a lot of people think. That the son who takes over the family business is a complete and utter moron, and just all he does is just fuck shit up. A lot of those kids are fuck ups because their parents coddle them. Well, I'm not going to go into details, but I can tell you for a fact I know of one.
I agree with you, except I don't see the Glengarry Glen Ross thing. I don't see that at all.
He's Alec Baldwin.
Well, Alec Baldwin is, first of all, he's a consultant, first of all. And he's brought in to make them sell because they can't do their job. He's not being unfair to them. He's being an asshole, but he's being an asshole because he's hired to be an asshole to get them to do sales. His character is completely different from Kevin Spacey's character, in my opinion, because Kevin Spacey is basically taking credit for everybody else's what they do, and he's getting a bigger office for it. So I actually think, as far as my concern,
so then he's an extremely unlikable Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street.
He's more like
I love Jordan Belfort.
He's a more unlikable Dabney Coleman from 9 to 5. But Dabney Coleman plays it more for laughs than Kevin Spacey does. I do wish Kevin Spacey's character was a little bit more
sadistic.
Comical. Just comical, just a little, something funny about him. Everything about him was really just...
You didn't like it when he laughed about Gam Gam? That was funny.
I guess that part
that was his comic sense.
I kind of laughed a little bit at that.
Yeah.
So,
I think they kept that outtake into the movie too.
Yeah.
Because I think that really caught him off guard.
I didn't laugh a lot in this movie, but one time I will say I did laugh is when he told the guys that came to the hotel and told them what he did. The look on Jason Sudeikis' face when he told them, that he pees on people, it just, that look was priceless. I was just like, I just started cracking up when I saw that look. But outside of that, I don't think I really busted a gut during this movie at all. But yeah, I mean, I agree with Ted though. These characters are stereotypes, and that's right up your alley, Eric. And so I definitely agree. They're the worst case scenario of what a boss can be in those situations.
Turned up to 11.
3 examples of the worst types of bosses, which I think is very well, like you said, turned up to 11, over exaggerated. So let's talk about our favorite scenes. Ken, you stole mine. I don't know if that's your favorite scene, but that's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
I love the fact that he says he has to use the bathroom because he's drinking so much wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? When he's leaving, he's like, he would have drowned us all in his pee. So,
yes.
It would have been funnier if he peed for a whole 3 or 4 minutes straight while they were still talking.
Kind of like Tom Hanks in A League of Their Own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he ever going to stop? Right. So I think that would have made it a little bit funnier. Then as far as the funniest, that look
not
on his
necessarily, not necessarily the funniest, your favorite.
I think it might be the Coke scene when he's doing push-ups and he's just, out of his mind a little bit. Maybe the scene in the bar where their friend comes and he's trying to, they come up with $20 or something like that. He's like, no, that's not good enough. And he tries to get it up to $100 by offering him all types of different things that he can do.
And the bartender yells at him to stop.
Hey, you! Yeah.
All the comic scenes, I think, are played very evenly throughout the film. I don't think one really stands out more than anyone else.
Well, I said it before. It's when Jamie Foxx is telling the story of how he got his nickname Motherfucker. And the 3 of them are just they're just peppering in with their little comments as he's going, and I think that the timing is perfect there. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh every time.
I do like the fact that when they're using the navigation system, whatever you want to call it, if it was AI in this generation, we would have asked AI, find us the most dangerous bar in the area, and AI would have came up with something. I think he's almost like using it as AI.
So, what lessons, if any, can be taken from the movie regarding conflict resolution at work?
Don't kill your boss.
Don't kill your boss.
Let it happen naturally.
Don't
do a better job plotting it.
If the person that you're hiring to murder somebody and the price is something you can afford,
$200.
they're usually either a cop or a fraud.
That reminds me, one of my favorite scenes is Jamie Foxx negotiating down his price.
Yes.
That is funny. He's like, you're the worst negotiator. You're a bad negotiator.
Yeah.
So he goes from like, what was it, 30 to 5,000?
Yeah.
5,000, yeah.
Yeah, 30 to 5,000. And then later on, when they're negotiating, he's negotiating for more money. And he's like, just buy me my drinks.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. You're a bad negotiator.
If you think you can afford the hitman, it's probably not a hitman.
And don't search for it in Men Searching for Men.
Right.
And
very bad.
Yeah, right. And always be wary of Bob Newhart.
Final thoughts, right? Always be wary of Bob Newhart in anything he's in.
Maybe if they would have gotten a new boss, and the new boss that they get is actually worse than the next boss, which sets up the sequel.
Let's talk about that
might be.
briefly. What did you guys think of the sequel?
Just didn't see it.
Really, you did not see it.
People say it's a step down, so I just didn't bother.
Oh, it's clearly a step down. Don't get me wrong. It falls off a cliff. It's not the worst movie or the worst sequel, but I guess we won't talk about that since you've never seen it.
Probably never will.
I don't we'll put it this way. I've seen it and I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, it's definitely not memorable as this one. They tried very hard and it didn't hit the nail, unfortunately. So anything you guys want to talk about that we haven't brought up? Any scenes, characters, anything?
I love all the outtakes and the credits.
The outtakes is very funny at the end with the music.
You can tell all 6 of those people had a blast making the movie. And I think that kind of comes out into the movie
with that cast, how can you not have a blast making that movie?
Was it that he said that he wanted to do to Julie Boland's character? He wanted
bend her over and show her all the states.
Just the 50 states. It's going to be now.
I think it's from a movie.
It was from a movie. No, what movie? This one.
It is.
Yes, it is now. So that was probably maybe ad-libbed. Did you guys ever find anything out, any ad-libbing on this one?
There was a lot.
Yeah, they let mostly the leads. The only one that really didn't do ad-libbing was Jennifer Aniston's character.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said it was written perfectly. She didn't have to add ad-lib, which makes me think, if I think about horrible bosses, the boss that I would have loved to see in this movie is Danny DeVito. Since
Charlie Day's in it.
Charlie Day's in it. Yeah. Could you just imagine, him being the old taxi boss? That would have been epic.
He could have been a Harkin. He could have been a Harkin.
Have him instead of Brian George.
Yeah, Brian George. Yeah.
Have him instead of Brian George. But I like Brian George, so.
When I think of all those 3 horrible characters, Danny DeVito in Taxi is kind of, Louis. He's kind of like all 3 of those put together. He's a sexual deviant. He's an asshole just to be an asshole. I mean, he's kind of like all 3 of the 3 of these combined. I would have liked to see that.
Let's go into the reviews. We'll kick it off with you, Ken.
I mean, I like the movie. It doesn't blow me away. So it's one of those films that if I'm flipping channels and it's on, I might watch it for a little bit, but it doesn't really. It's kind of like what was being made in 2011. A lot of these films were all similar, especially if you had Jason Bateman in it. So I'll just get to the point. 3.5 hooks. Just leave it right there.
Okay. Ted?
I like the movie. I think it's funny. Is it a perfect movie? No, it's not perfect. It's comedy. Like I always say, comedy is subjective. And so, yeah, it makes me laugh. Do I have a good time watching it? Yeah, that doesn't make it a great movie, though. But because there's a lot of movies that I like just because I enjoy them. And this is kind of on that par. This doesn't break any mold or recreate the wheel or anything like that. I think it's a solid movie. It's a solid movie that I would recommend people to watch because I think it's funny. So yeah, I'm torn between 3.5 and 3.75. I probably would go with 3.75, and it's one of those movies that I know that some people aren't going to like, and that's perfectly fine. But I enjoy it, so that's what I'm going to give it.
If you guys like these characters, and by you guys, I mean the people listening, if you liked all the characters in this movie, you are going to like this movie. If you like the sarcastic, stupid humor, fantasy humor about killing your boss, this is your movie. It's a favorite comedy of mine. This is not what we would always say. It's not Citizen Kane. It's not getting the Academy Award. You're not getting a Best Actor or Actress out of this one. But it is, for my dollar, a solid comedy through and through. It's one that whenever it's on, I watch it. I enjoy pulling out and watching every once in a while. This one, for me, is 4.25 hooks. Boom. Yeah.
Boom, goes the dynamite.
All right.
Okey-dokey.
So, should we roll into our next movie pick?
It's Eric's pick, Eric's game, or whatever you want to call it.
Okay, so I'm going to
It's
guess the
time
list.
to pick a number.
So get your coin ready here.
All right, he's got
We're
the list.
gonna choose from 26 different movies. Ken, we will let you do the pick first.
23.
23. Okay, Ted.
4.
Number 4. You picked a classic 1977 movie, Annie Hall.
Okay.
And Ken, you picked a classic.
Not so classic.
Well,
Not so classic.
not so classic, not avant-garde like Annie Hall, but a Tom Hanks classic from 1980.
Hey, that was the second time
Money Pit.
we had the money pick, on this.
Yeah. All right. So whose heads and whose tails?
Or do we both agree on one movie? Because that's how we've done it before.
Pick a wild card.
We're not
after
going to
that.
agree because I like my movie.
I will call it. Go ahead and let's see it spin. It's Ken is heads. What is it?
Tails.
Tails. All right. So Ted.
I get the choice now, right?
So you can either choose or you can pick another number. Now, the number you pick, that is the movie we're doing. You have to keep.
Yes.
So it could be a movie you hate, like, don't know. Decisions.
I know this is tough because I do like want to watch Annie Hall again. Oh, I'll risk it.
He's gonna risk it, everybody.
Let's go number 10.
Number 10. Number 10, the 1969 John Wayne classic True Grit. Just kidding. All right.
You dick.
That would have been awesome, though.
It is the 1986 classic Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Now we're talking. That was good of me. So I'll pat myself on the back for that.
I would prefer that over Annie Hall any day. So
I did not have any John Wayne movies on my list. Should have, but I did not.
That is a testament to you because you have class and you know shit when you see it.
So when it's my turn, it's going to be either John Wayne or it's going to be Tim Burton movies.
So all 25 are going to be John Wayne and Tim Burton movies.
Exactly.
It's the lesser of two evils. If you were going to pick another number, Ted, were you thinking of another number besides number 10?
17.
2016 release, Hail Caesar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's marginal. But it's an anniversary.
I'm glad I got first.
All the movies on this list are anniversaries.
I was a little disappointed with Hail Caesar, but I'm a little disappointed because we picked Money Pit twice already and it didn't make it to the next level.
You lost it by a coin toss.
I know.
You would have picked Money Pit, wouldn't you? Right? Yeah.
I probably would have kept Money Pit. Yeah, I probably would have kept it.
Well, same year, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a Chicago favorite.
Yeah.
Abe Froman, Sausage King.
Abe Froman, Sausage King of Chicago. In fact, I would be hard pressed to find someone who's never seen this movie.
Definitely people our age.
They have to be born in 1986 or afterwards.
If you were born in our age or just the generation after us, I don't think that you would be hard pressed to have people that wouldn't have seen it.
Well, people that are not of our age group, John Hughes movies do not really mean that much to them. We grew up on them.
Right.
To a certain extent. I
Yeah.
do think like The Breakfast Club like lives on throughout generations, but I do think the other ones are more dated.
But I think
So
Ferris
Pretty-
Bueller lives on,
Pretty Pink is
especially
up.
here.
I think
Yeah.
Pretty in Pink, that's being celebrated big time now this year because
Probably.
it's 40th as
That
well.
stupid Home Alone movie. Never go away. Never,
Yeah.
ever go away. You'll probably make me do it for Christmas, won't you?
One of these days. Hey,
All
if we
right.
didn't do it when Catherine O'Hara died. Still had a really strong relationship with Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, very
She-
strong. They're on the Walk of Fame for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Gave a speech
Yeah.
and everything.
As
It
you-
shows a testament of what kind of woman I think she was.
Yes, as everyone knows, we
Yeah.
lost Catherine O'Hara recently regarding her death. We're
2026
Disgusting.
has not been kind. We found
Yeah.
out today during our recording earlier this morning that Carradine died. Robert Carradine.
Robert Carradine, not David or Keith.
David's
Isn't-
already dead.
Like you said earlier, Ted, what a testament of acting for that family.
They go back a generation even before that, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think a niece of them is what's her name that was in like the Goonies, and
I think
she has
so.
short hair. I forget her name. She was in a TV show called, was it Raising Hope? But you guys know which one I'm talking about, though. So
That's all the time we have on this episode of Hooked on Movies, a podcast. As always, see you later, partner.
See you at the movies.
see you next time on Hooked on Movies.